What's up, good people? Welcome to... No. That was bad.
My name is Janeth Mesomapya, and I live in Dar es Salaam. Dar, as I like to call it, is the largest city in Tanzania and the biggest commercial hub in East Africa.
He's the founder of Bella Vendors. I wouldn't say I don't want it to sound like a competition because
the society will look you different.
Yes.
Just going to go and buy.
Because of being a woman.
Yes. A woman.
Yes.
Hey, what up, everybody? How you guys doing today, man? It's good to be here again. It's been a minute. To be here, but I'm glad. You know, I'm back again on our Monday shows. As you guys know, that this time is the time that we get to connect with different people all over Africa. You know, people who are doing amazing, are doing great. You know, for this beautiful continent. Continent of Africa. So I want to invite everybody. Welcome to today's show. If you can copy this link and share with your friend, please do so. But also for those who are watching later, because right now we're live, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to copy the link and share with somebody, because this is the pride of Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's the pride of Africa. When you meet young people who are doing crazy and amazing thing for the continent, man, we have no other reason than to celebrate them, and to encourage them. You know what I'm saying? We need to stand there for one another. We need to be there for one another. And today, it's going to be a great day. I'm going to have an amazing conversation here with an amazing person. And I just cannot wait to begin this conversation. I appreciate everybody who is joining. In the comment section, I dropped the link. So if you're new to this family, you subscribe, turn on the notification button, follow us on social media. If you want to know what's going on in Africa, man, you can follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter page. You'll see everything that is happening there. In the comment section, we have the link of GoFundMe donate, and this is because of the offices. We're raising money, funds to get offices, headquarters. So help us out for whatever you have. I have link in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Before starting this session, I'm just going to pray a little quick, and then we'll begin this session as soon as possible, because I don't have, all the time today, but we're going to have an amazing conversation here today. So I'm just going to pray, and then we'll begin our conversation. God, I thank you for today. Beautiful Monday. Basically, it's kind of like we're starting a week today, and this conversation that we're going to have here, our vision, our plan, our mission, God, is to unite our people from all over the continent, inside and outside. So as you're having this conversation, I pray that your spirit will be here, but most importantly, give us wisdom. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, all right. So without wasting time, I'm just going to welcome my sister here, and we'll start our conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my sister Janeth Mesomapya. Hey, Janeth. Hello, Janeth. Can you hear me? Oh, I cannot hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah. Maybe you can log out and come back again. I can't hear anything from you. I can't hear it. Yeah. You can just log out and come back. I cannot hear anything. Like, it's silent. Totally silent. Can you guys hear Janeth? I can't hear Janeth here. Korean drama, appreciate. It's good to see you. Daniel George, appreciate. It's good to see you. Marit, I think you were here a while ago. Have a blessed talk. I'll catch up later. Appreciate. So Janeth, she's having a little bit of issues, so I believe she'll be back here in a second, and we'll move on with the show. Well, one thing that I want to say, guys, when you see us, we are quiet. When you see me, I'm quiet, and kind of like things are silent. just know this, that there's a lot of things are going on behind the scene, and we're dealing with them. And when the right time comes, we'll be able to share with you guys. But things have been a little bit hectic right now on the ground, with the projects and different things that we're doing for Soil Nation and One Africa. So we kind of like have some time to get those things done before moving forward and go on. So you should always know that, man, what we are standing for and what we are fighting for, it's not something that is just going to be there for 1 month or for 1 year or for 2 years. No, man, we are here for life. All right. We're fighting for the future of Africa, future of our people. Even the conversation that I'm going to have here today with Janeth Mesomapya is the conversation that is going to redeem somebody today. You know what I'm saying? In the Africa. You're going to get to hear, things about Mesomapya here today. You're going to get to understand who she is and what she's doing. And I think that will be inspiration to a lot of people who are watching out there. All this conversation we are having is to encourage you guys that, in whatever dreams that you have, in whatever you do, you have to know that, there's always a way out. You can do things for yourself, or you can choose to do things for your community. And there's always a way out of that. Okay, I have Janeth Mesomapya here again, so I'm just gonna put her back, and we're gonna continue with our conversation. Janeth, welcome back.
Hi.
Yes, now I can hear you. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I am good. I'm good. First of all, I like
Oh
that shade of yours. That's good color right
there.
Thanks.
I changed like 4 times.
But come on, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. First of all, it's good to connect with you. It's good to have this conversation today. In our conversation, can you hear me?
Mika, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? That's the question.
Okay. I've had to change the device I was using. I have to use my phone now.
Okay, this is cool. This is good. This is the good news. I was saying that, during our conversation, I had to stop myself, limit myself to talk to you a lot or to ask you a lot of questions, because, usually I love doing that during conversation. Like the first conversation, like I want to get to know somebody during the conversation like this. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
Yeah, first of all, I really appreciate for coming here today, and as well as, for reaching out. And I'm very excited for this conversation today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Such an honor, such a pleasure. I think you're doing a great job yourself. So it was only fair for me to reach out. And yeah, obviously you have a very rich audience, very profound platform. So I feel like it was right for me to reach out and ask you for this. So thank you you were very quick actually to get back to me.
Actually,
thank you.
Can I call you Mesomapya? I love that name. That's African name right there. And I love it.
Yeah, most people call me Mesomapya actually.
Yeah, I love that. What's the meaning of your name? Mesomapya.
So it's Mesomapya is Machomapya basically.
Machomapya.
Yes, and I've actually come to realize in most tribes in Tanzania, it actually means the same.
Oh, Machomapya! Wow.
Yes.
That's cool name. That's cool name.
Yeah.
So, like, where do you have Machomapya?
Sorry.
Like, where do you have Machomapya? Because that could be a prophetic word as well. You know what I'm saying? Prophetic name.
Sorry, you're breaking. I couldn't get that. You're saying?
I'm saying, where do you, anyway, like, where do you have that Machomapya? I say that could be a prophetic name.
You know?
Machomapya.
Eyes like eagles,
Yeah, but
yes.
I gotta admit, after I saw your message, I had to go through what you're doing, and I just I told you this in the message, but I have to say this publicly. I think you're doing a great job as well. I mean, the content you're producing, I love the quality of the content you're producing. I like the seriousness you have. You're a professional journalist, so please, I don't like those judging eyes to me. You know, I'm not a journalist, but I love what you do, and you know how professional you are at what you do. I think that's what we need, you know, in our continent. People who will invest more on technology, because I think that side of, you know, we kind of like forget sometimes. We don't pay much attention, especially when it comes to the medias like this. So kudos to you and to what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will know what you're doing here today, and you know they will follow you and see the amazing work you're doing. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. It means a lot when sometimes you just do what you've got to do, and when somebody comes and tell you you're actually doing something great, it's very uplifting. So thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. All right. Do you mind, for the startup, do you mind just sharing a little bit about you? Who is, you know, Janeth Mesomapya? What are you doing? Like any important information that you like people to know about you? You know, it's your stage.
Okay. So I'm Janeth Mesomapya. Hello, once again. I was born and raised in Tanzania. Firstborn in my family of 3 girls. I schooled in Tanzania, yes, of course. And in my bachelor degree, I studied journalism. And I have been doing journalism. I love journalism. I love writing. Recently, I launched a platform. It's a multimedia platform that promotes or tells the story of tech entrepreneurs and innovation in Tanzania. So briefly, that's me. Yeah.
Appreciate it. You know, I want to know how did you get interested in journalism? Like, is it something that you had, you know, ever since you're a little kid, like something you dreamed of, or is it something that you got to love when you're growing up?
I actually grew up loving journalism. So I remember at the age of maybe 6, 7, my parents bought a TV.
Okay.
And would watch news, and I'll particularly this lady Sauda Simba Kilumanga, who is now an actress, very legendary media personality. I used to watch her do news on ITV, and by the time she was doing English news, she was anchoring English news. It just used to blow my mind. Like, I didn't get the concept. I didn't understand how she was able to speak a very good English. And by the time I didn't know about teleprompter like I do now. So it just used to be, I just used to be very amazed by what she was doing. So I guess that's where I picked it up. And of course, growing up, I didn't really know I was going to do journalism, but I'm thankful for my dad, because he especially when I finished high school, he reminded me that I've always wanted to do journalism. I was always interested in news and all that kind of stuff. So it was I would say I was interested in it from a very young age.
Yeah. So, you know, that's very interesting, because I know, you know, some of our parents, especially, you know, in this side of Africa, like there are kind of jobs that they want their kids to have. For example, they want you to become a doctor, you to become a pilot, or, you know, to become a lawyer. But for you, in your case, you know, your dad was supportive of that. You didn't experience something like that?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Mika.
Yes, Janeth.
I didn't get that.
All right.
Internet is very, very weak. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. I was trying to say that, you know, in our society, in our community, you know, I mean, especially us old people, right? Like, we have tradition parents who Like they always wish their kids to be doctors or lawyers or pilots, all those kind of jobs. That's not something that you experienced when you are like you're choosing your career to be a journalist.
No. Actually, I would say my parents have been actually very, very supportive from a very young age. And I remember even when I got admission to study journalism, some of the very close relatives were the ones who were discouraging it. They're telling them they didn't think I have a future in journalism. And I remember my dad telling me, these people are saying this, but I think you should just go ahead and pursue what you want. And they're not even like educated people, but I'm grateful to God that they were, or they're rather very understanding, very liberated people who allowed me to go do something that I really, really love.
Yeah.
So with my immediate family, they were very supportive. Yes, but relatives were like, we're not very sure. But then, I'm grateful I studied journalism as I did.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. We're gonna talk a little bit about Tech Bongo and this show that you're hosting. But before that, I want to know this when it comes to journalism. What would you say the challenges that African journalists are facing? You can take an example of yourself, as a young, Tanzanian African. What would you say are the obstacles that our people are facing when it comes to, giving authentic news? Mesomapya, she's having trouble with the internet. I can clearly see this. She'll be back in the second. Let me just shout out to people who are joining right now. It's good to see my brother Koi right here. Guys, we had Koi in the show of the open mic on Wednesday, like last Wednesday. One of the great stand-up comedian from Tanzania. I appreciate, brother, for joining us. Thank you so much. It's good to see Neo. It's good to see you again. Jane, Maria, it's good to see you. Daniel, I say Mesomapya, like she always got a vision. Oh yeah, man. I was wondering why I didn't find Mesomapya a long time ago. Maria Moshi say really she's doing great job. John and Mariam say we are proud of you guys. Appreciate. Derina Star, it's good to see you, my sister. And I shared the link there. You can see that's what she does. And then we have Senuti just join us right now. Senuti, it's good to see you, my sister. Mesomapya, she's back, but still she's having trouble with the internet right here. Your video is stuck. Mesomapya, welcome back. Hello, Mesomapya.
I'm back. Yes.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Since
Thank
we're going to
you.
talk
Can you
about
hear
technology
me?
as well, maybe. Yes. I can hear you, Mesomapya. Is there any way to maybe change something or Mesomapya? All right. She's having trouble with the internet, guys. But you know what? By the way, we're both in Tanzania right now, so I don't know. I don't know, but we'll find out very soon. How am I going to run this show alone, man? This show was meant to me asking a bunch of questions to Mesomapya, but sometimes we just gotta compromise. Guys, the good thing about Mesomapya and what she does, this show she's doing actually in English. So it's called Tech Bongo. She's basically having different guests, different entrepreneurs, different people who are in tech sector, and just having really amazing conversation. So I shared the link in the comment section. You go and check it out. Very quality products, quality, she's a journalist. You can see, like, you can actually see how she asks her questions, how she sees it, how she does all those kind of things. These are kind of people that we need to actually, collaborate. Maybe one day, she'll be working with us here in Swahili Nation One Africa. You never know, Hey, Mesomapya. Welcome back, my sister.
Oh my God. Hi, Mika. Thank you.
You know, right,
You
right now
guys
I'm
will have to
wondering, are you in
excuse
the
me. Can
jungle
you
or
hear me
somewhere?
now?
I can hear you, but I'm wondering
You
if
know,
you're in the jungle right now.
I'm actually using the fastest internet. I'm
Yo,
actually
wow.
using the fastest internet. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you right now.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back to my question. The question that I was trying to ask you.
Yes.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question was, what do you think are the obstacles that our journalists, African journalists, are facing? When it comes to authentic news, giving authentic news. There's a lot of challenges people are going through, and you are a journalist. You have a lot of things that you've done in the past. I'd love to hear from you, because for me, I feel like that's kind of one challenge that you're facing. And the background of my story, my question is, here in Soul Nation One Africa, we always speak about how much Western media is spreading lies about Africa or about what's going on in Africa. And we cannot just point fingers to what they are doing. We have to look at ourselves, like what are our journalists doing about the news that are happening in Africa? Are we putting news out there, as much as we can to give the authentic information to our
Okay.
people, rather than somebody outside of the continent to share about what's going on in the continent? So that's kind of like the background of my question. What do you think are the obstacles that our journalists are facing, including you, when it comes to give authentic news?
Okay. First of all, I think our societies, especially African societies, have not really valued journalism as a profession that can actually bring about change in society. So we already have systems that don't recognize enough or don't give enough power to the media to influence socioeconomic development within the society. So I think that's the biggest challenge that we have, and you can see it even with media laws and policies and stuff like that. In most African countries, they're not as, what's the word? They're not as liberated, or they're not like, there is, I don't believe there is a full or a total freedom of press in Africa. That's just my opinion. I feel like the freedom of press is still influenced systems that are already there. So already people of that profession are not as free, or are not as best as they can be in terms of doing what the profession requires them to do. I don't know if I answered your question.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a brilliant answer.
I think. Yeah.
Yes, you can go. You can go on.
Did you say something? Hello?
You can carry on. You can carry on.
Mika?
Yes. Can you hear me, Mesomapya? Oh, man. We need that office as soon as possible, man. This conversation I'll be having with Mesomapya face to face. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Yes. Hello, Mesomapya. Can you hear me? I can hear you. We can all hear you. This is very interesting. Well, I don't know what to do right now. Hello, Janeth. Can you hear me? Hello, Mesomapya. Well, guys, we're gonna go on a break, you know, a little bit, and then we'll come back very soon to continue with this conversation. Remember that, I'm here with Janeth Mesomapya, you know, talking about a lot of stuff and very, very interesting things. Right now, we're talking about the whole aspect of journalism and the challenge that African journalism are facing. So we'll be back in a minute. So Africa, a place where poverty and pandemic diseases are originated, the least wealthy continent per capita, the land where the only things to be found are animals, corrupted leaders, poor kids, dirty water and civil wars, people who are in need for help, donations and support, aka the NGO's motherland. For others, honestly, Africa is just a very hot, dark and sad place everyone wishes to escape one day. Well, whether you're an African or not, this thinking isn't new to you because you have read, heard or felt the same way before. Just type the word Africa on Google right now. Turn on your TV and see what the NGOs portray. Watch movies from Hollywood. Ask your mama, friends, or ask yourself, what is Africa? Yet if you're still struggling to believe, let me ask you this. What comes to your mind when you hear the word Africa? Tell me the first thought that comes to your mind right now. Honestly, tell me right now. But what really is Africa? What is Africa? Listen, there are many theories about the name, but one that is close to the truth is Al-Kebulan. This name translates to Mother of Mankind, or according to other sources, the Garden of Eden, the place where love, peace, and unity dwells. Al-Kebulan is an extremely old word. Many nations in Africa use this word, including Ethiopians, Nubians, Moors, and Numidians. For me, this isn't just the theory, but the truth. My truth I choose to believe in. As cliche as it sounds, that's the future I'm hoping for. The tomorrow I'm fully determined to see. The dream I am convinced and dedicated to fighting for until it happens. What is Africa?
What's up, good people? Welcome to... No. That was bad.
My name is Janeth Mesomapya, and I live in Dar es Salaam. Dar, as I like to call it, is the largest city in Tanzania and the biggest commercial hub in East Africa.
He is the founder of Bella Vendors. I wouldn't say I don't want it to sound like a competition because
the society will look you different.
Yes.
Just going to go and buy.
Because of being a woman.
Yes.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I'm back again. And, you know, I don't know what's going on, but Mesomapya, she's having really trouble with the internet. The internet, it shows it's full. It's like everything is all right, you know, and we're using actually the same internet, so it should be fine. But she's struggling with that. I don't know what's going on. But whatever the case, man, I don't know if you're going to have to reschedule this or to do another day. But all in all, let me just go round and read the comments that you just commented. Neo, he's saying media biases. Often the story is one-sided in Africa. Monopoly mind games by the monopoly capital. That's true. Joseph Francis, good to see you. We can afford free in our lifetime. Let's do it for the next generation. I repeat. Mariam Libaba, I say, go Janeths. Next generation people are the ones who gonna win big for us. I have a dream. Let's be realistic. We have to fight for our souls and cycle freedom. And I know you think I don't know, but you need to listen and follow now. Cause we ain't got much time. All right, we have Janeth back here. Janeth, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm getting even more nervous. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. This is not what we expected, but challenges are happening. Is part of our job. It's part of what we're doing, and this just proves that we are on the right direction. So today,
Yeah.
we're gonna kill this thing. So let's just move
Yes.
forward as quick as we can. Do you mind to give me the answer to that question? You already gave, right?
Yes, I already talked about. Yeah.
All right, all right. So let me ask you the follow-up question. So you mentioned these challenges that we're facing, and I agree with you that I think freedom of press is something that in Africa is not it's not common, right? People are not giving as much as freedom to give their news. You know what I'm saying? We should have a freedom of speech, freedom of press. People should do that, and people should at the end of the day they should decide which way to go. But I want to ask you how did you pull that off? Because you are in the same system, right? And you are a journalist. How have you been dealing with that so far?
Okay, first of all, I was lucky to work with some of the very reputable media companies in the country, which are also private companies. And as you start your career as a journalist, most of the things that you do, or most of the stories that you do, they really get influenced by the newsroom policy. Because you're getting started, you don't know so much about everything and the challenges and all that. And of course, I didn't stay so much in the media. Then I transitioned to doing communication. But I am aware that there are people who take journalists, as much as the system is not maybe as supportive, fully supportive, but I know people who have took it upon themselves to do some really good journalism and who practice the right of freedom of press and of expression. So personally, I think because I didn't stay so much in the media industry, I moved a lot, and it was during the phase where I was getting to learn and to start to know the industry and all that. I wouldn't really say I was put in a box to write certain stories and all that. No, I wouldn't really say that was my experience. But I know people who have had to go through that and made it through that. As hard as it is, as hard as it sounds. Yes. I don't know if that answers your question.
Exactly. How can us Africa, most of questions here I'm asking the questions that they always come up. Even myself, I'm very curious, and I'm just glad that I have a conversation this with the journalists today. How can we as Africans, journalists, take control of our own narratives and show the true side of the story, like the African story? You know what I'm saying? Because even those medias that most of the time we point fingers at, because they have freedom of press, right? That's why they give whatever that they think it's right, even though we know that it's not right. But how can we take control of that and give our people what is there for real?
I think we begin by we get to that place by starting. And I'm grateful because now more than ever, we have internet and we have all the privileges that the Western world has, like we do. And I see a very good, or a rise of African young people who are eager or who are determined to change the narrative. People like Mika Chavala, people who are determined to tell a story, a true story of Tanzania, of Africa. I think that's where we start, by taking it upon our hands because it's our responsibility. They cannot come and change the narrative that they have created about us. So it's us to take a step and say, you know what, this, we are determining the name of our continent, we're determining the image of our content, determining where our continent is going, what kind of stories we want them to hear about us. And I think most people are doing that now. Most young people are determined to do that, and I think we are on the right track.
I really appreciate it. What would you say, you know, it was the biggest challenge you faced, you know, in your, I mean, you face in your career, if there is this specifically, you know, journalism, apart from just the general, you know, obstacles we're talking about right now?
I don't wanna say they're like challenges or problems. I would say they're like stepping stones to where I am now and what I get to do. Just as I mentioned earlier, first of all, journalism by itself, it's not seen as a very prominent or very valuable profession to begin with. So things like those, but still you get to, personally, I've had to like make a sober decision and to like be intentional about what I want to be, what I want to do, and to take everything as a stepping stone towards something else. So I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be here thinking of, oh, so I met a guy and said, who said this and this and this, or I met this challenge and this challenge. I feel they all worked out for the good, or for what I am today and what I want to do in the future.
Well, I appreciate that. I you know, I love that, how you see it and how you you know, you address, you know, the problem. What would you say it's that one thing that, you know, you like to be remembered one day? Well, when it comes to this, you know, to this career, because I wanted to ask you what is your biggest accomplishment so far, but you know, I realized that you know, we always dream high, so there might be, you know, somewhere that you want to reach. There might be, you know, some vision that you want to accomplish, maybe for the country or for the continent. If it's something shareable, you know, feel free to share with us as well.
Something I want to be remembered for.
Yeah.
I think I want to be remembered for never letting anything get on the way of what I want to achieve in life. Like I want people to know that there was a woman who ever lived and who never let anything get on the way of things she wanted to achieve for herself, for her society, for everything she believed had to happen at the time when it had to happen.
That's profound. That's profound.
Yes.
That's profound. Let's talk a little bit about Tech Bongo, because I believe this is just the first conversation we're having here. But I gotta tell you this, Janeth, every time we have a conversation here with somebody, you become a family member of our family. And we even, you become a family member of our family, and you know, I'll talk to you. We even invite you to be there because it's one Africa. We're all Africans, you know what I'm saying? So anytime I want to talk to a journalist, anytime there's anything you want to come and to share with us, I'll always reach out to you. So you better be ready for that. And I hope internet will be friendly, you know, at that time as well.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about your show, Tech Bongo. What is Tech Bongo, and why did you start this show?
Okay, so Tech Bongo is a platform, as I mentioned, multimedia platform that seeks to promote the work of innovation in Tanzania. So why I started it? First of all, I work full time as a communication personnel. at one of the organizations in Tanzania. But still, I felt the need, because I love being in front of a camera. I love everything news related, and I didn't want that side of me to go to waste, or to like be on hold. I feel like there is something I can do with what I love doing, which is utangazaji, and really being in front of a camera, writing and all that kind of stuff. So that was one. But two, I felt like tech, as big as it is and as influential as it is in today's world, it's not getting enough recognition or enough coverage from the media. So I feel like that was where I wanted to chip in and actually do something about it, and leave a mark, and contribute to the journey of adding value to our local products and our local initiatives and our technology. Yes. So I feel like it's an area that is growing, but still it's not getting enough airtime. It's not getting enough recognition. It's not getting enough voice. So that's why I thought it was only fair and right for me to like get in and do something. So basically what we do is have sit down with people who are doing great things in tech and innovation, who have ideas, and who are really seeing Tanzania as a hub of innovation and technological development.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's brilliant. You know, that's really brilliant, and it's a good news to young Africans who are pursuing, that side of the careers, because I think it's it's a time to encourage our kids and the next generation to really pay big attention when it comes to technology, because that's one thing that Africa will lack. You know what I'm saying? The other day I went into Ethiopia, and they have this massive museum of science and technology. It's one of the biggest, in Africa, and I believe in the world. It's just about technology, and I was so inspired to see some like that in Africa, because that's what we need. That's what we need. We always, it's good to get scholarship. It's good to go outside, but we always send our people outside to go to train themselves when it comes to technology, or to go to study abroad. But why don't we create these things here in the continent, in Tanzania, in Africa, so that our people may have like a good exposure, when it comes to technology. So I think it's amazing that you saw the problem, and you are trying to address it, and to to solve it. Kudos to that. What are you looking forward to accomplish with the Tech Bongo?
Okay, so first of all, to tell the outside world of what Tanzania has in terms of technology and innovation, and to really bridge a gap between people with ideas and how to get their ideas to work for Tanzania or to work for Africa. Because it's one thing to have an idea, but it's another thing to get it to work for your good, or to work for the good of the society. Indeed. So I think that's what we're looking at, and right now we're kind of winding up the first season, and I know it's only a few episodes, but it's because of things like funding, and I think that is also something that most techies and innovators in Tanzania also face. Funding is a problem, is a challenge, and so we're winding up the first season. We're wrapping it up so that we get ready for the second season, which I believe is going to be bigger, we're going to reach out to more people, and not just in Dar es Salaam, to like go to the villages and get people who don't really get airtime for what they do or the ideas that they have, and help them really get to see their ideas come to life and help Tanzania.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say this: if you didn't have a YouTube channel, I would ask you right now, say that, hey, can you do this show on our channel? Because you know, Tech Bongo and what you do, I gotta tell you this truth, Janeth. It's aligned with what we do. You know, I shared with you the, you know, the tech, you know, corner, that session we have, you know, I shared with you before.
Yeah.
But it aligned with you know, with our vision. It aligned with, you know, what we wanna bring, you know, for Africa. And you know, I went through, you know, your videos, and you know, I loved it. You know, I love it so much because of people that you're having, you know, in the shows, and because of what you talk. So, you know, I would definitely, maybe we can have this conversation later. You know, you never know. Like, these are kind of things that our people,
Yeah, we can.
they need to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to see that this is happening. You know what I'm saying? So any way we can help, we're right here, and we're here to support Africans. And, you know, so we can have this conversation after this talk, right?
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
Yeah. So
we should absolutely do that.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, the internet is still an issue, but I wanna ask you this. You know, the final question, probably.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what is there, like, anything that you would love to share with people who are watching right now or listening? You know, what would you want to tell them? And especially, let's say people, you have been having some, you know, guests in your shows, innovators and people in the tech. You know, what would you say to young people who are watching you right now, and maybe even old people are watching right now, you know, about you know, technology in general, and what have you learned so far? How, you know, what do you think we can bridge? Like, we can reduce that gap that is right there when it comes to Africa and other continents out there, you know, looking at the technology sector. If there's anything that you'd like to address, you know, I'd love to give that chance to you right now.
Okay, first of all, I would really want to appreciate everybody who follows up on Tech Bongo. I remember when we released the demo video, oh my God, I got so much feedback, positive feedback from Tanzania, from Kenya, my people. Oh my God, those guys are very supportive. Kenya, Uganda, hello, and
hello, Janeth.
Really helped me. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello?
You cut for a while there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
The feedback. Yeah, so the feedback that I got helped me. First of all, think bigger, even bigger for the second season. Because, you know, when I just started because I want to try this out, and because there is a need to do it. But now that I have done it and I've seen feedback and people like reaching out and telling me you should do 1, 2, 3, I feel like there is more there is more to do. There is more work that we need to do with showcasing the talents, the tech talents and innovation. So I'm really, really grateful for everyone who reached out and like encouraged us and gave us their feedback on production, on content and everything. But what I want to say is, as young people, nobody's going to save us. I think we're going to have to make a sober decision and be intentional about changing the narrative and creating the Africa that we want. And that goes to every aspect of career or life that you're in, whatever you want to change, whatever change you want to see, you have to be the change yourself, or you have to take an initiative to make that change happen. So I think that is what Tech Bongo is about, and I think that's what One Africa is about. And everybody in their own areas of interest and their own areas of career or something like that. I think that's what we all strive for. And I think in one way or another, let's just support each other. Let's just support each other in fulfilling that, in making it come to life.
Well, Janeth, let me just say this.
Yes.
You're part of the family now. So welcome to SNOA family officially. You're one of us now.
Thank you
right?
so much. I was
so
about to invite myself, but thank you for inviting me.
So when you come next time, you don't have to introduce yourself because you're part of the family already. We always, this is what we say. We say Africa is one big family with 55 different children. 54 countries in Africa, and that one diaspora all over the Africa. Yeah, exactly. So welcome to the family. And me and you, we are not done, because I know I'm gonna have a meeting with you, and we're gonna have we're gonna have a talk after this. I just cannot wait for more conversation to come. I cannot wait for more collaborations to come. There's a lot of things we can give to Mama Africa, to the motherland of Africa, if and only if we come together as youth and cooperate. So thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll let you
Thank
go
you for the opportunity. Yeah.
This is your place. All right, this is just like Tech Bongo. It's your channel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you too. Thank you too. All right, guys, here you go. Man, I know we're going to have another conversation. I would love to have another conversation with Janeth, and especially when you get office, I would love to sit down and to have a conversation, because today we had a challenge with the internet, and I'm pretty sure it was kind of hard. That's why I even had to end this session as quick as possible. But, we're going to have more conversation to come. I'm going to have talk, so at least you know a little bit about Janeth Mesomapya. And if you want to know more about what she does, you can go ahead and check her channel, Tech Bongo, listen to the video, subscribe and support our African sister, and do that, because we're doing something for Africa, and this is the best we can do. I appreciate you guys. I love you, and thank you for staying here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pray, and I'll be done this session for today. Gotta thank you for today. Thank you for Mesomapya and all she does, for this country and for Africa as well. Thank you that you're giving us knowledge and wisdom and ideas to bring about solution to so many issues that we're facing. I thank you, and I give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Guys, I appreciate, and I will see you very soon, very, very soon. And just remember, if you can donate, the link is in the comment section of GoFundMe. Donate here for our offices. Hopefully we'll have offices very soon, and we'll have this conversation in the office. Until next time.